Hi, it's Rose here, and today I'm going to talk about hospitality. Um, it's been very much a part of my journey, being a renunciate and a traveler. Um, I go in and outside, in and through a lot of different spaces with people. And being from the South, we pride ourselves on our hospitality, Southern hospitality. Um, I'm from Louisiana, so our hospitality had a lot to do with the same as over in Texas. My si casa, su casa, mi casa, su casa. My house is your house, um, and very much involving food and feeding people. It's food, shelter, and safety. Food, drink, and shelter, which means safety. Um, in different cultures, that means different things. I very much love the xenia of the Greeks. Over in Aotearoa, where I spent a great deal of time, they are experts at hospitality. They call it manaki. You manaki someone, you care for them. But one of the things that I really wanted to bring into the conversation, in addition to how we treat the people that we're hosted by, it's also how we treat the spaces and the land um, that where we're hosted um, and where we reside as well. Because even if you are a Kayataki, a caretaker of a space, I don't believe we own them. Don't believe in private ownership. Don't live by that being a reality. That's an illusion, one that has been perpetuated for domination and control. So we don't own things, we get to caretake them. So even if we're a householder, we're caretaking, so we could be, if we were in alignment with the rules of hospitality, we would be gracious guests. And all of us could be that way with Mama. But when we visit people, we're visiting their spaces, the land that they're to Kaitaki. And so us showing our gratitude to the land, to the water, to the creatures that are there, to each other. Um, we, in some of the cultures, it is pretty well known and lived by that you could be entertaining angels or gods unaware. And so, in a lot of cultures, you really brought out your best for your guest because, in the Bible it says, "What you do to the least of these, you do to me." Um, we have plenty of examples of where divinity showed up with human skin and was either recognized and then that was rewarded, or wasn't recognized and, like Jesus, was killed. I'm going to move around a little bit over here so I can get to the rest of this love bomb I'm creating to honor the land here, and I'm doing it by the water. So get back down here. I'm doing that with this lei that was presented to me, which is, xenia, hospitality, aloha here in Hawaii, which has to do with hospitality. So I'm taking that gift that was given to me and I enjoyed it, but before it loses its vitality, I'm going to offer it as hospitality for the fairies and the ancestors, um, to the Kanaka spirits, which this is their home, um, as a gift, which that's, typically you offer gifts um, for the stay. And I don't tend to, something a friend said recently really struck me was that she always had to pay somebody to support her. And That is not one of the rules of actual hospitality, is that you got to pay. We've made hospitality an industry, and we've lost something of the personalness and non-commodification of hosting, I think. And to me, that's not what it's about. I always contribute. Contributing is different than paying. And I realized, I mean, for myself, when I first started this journey, I would go places and I would so overdo because I felt like I had to earn my keep. I bought that program all of my life, and it was more of a transactional encounter. But it that isn't true hospitality. That's commodification. That smells so good. I wish I had um, some smell-o-vision to share with you. How good this smells. But yeah, true hospitality, and we do have to get over our fears of the other, um, and honoring that. Yes, the householders are facing a fear in letting someone into their space, and they're taking a chance. But us travelers are taking a major chance too. And when we enter your spaces, you have the power. Um, and being 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 benevolent with that power, and being considerate of the guest, and the guest being considerate of the host. And it takes a little while to harmonize those energies and to see if they're going to play well together. Um, but if both parties are doing their part and are really focused on hospitality and it being a good experience for both, it can be a beautiful, beautiful thing instead of a tragedy or rewounding or insulting of the spirits. Um, so I am creating this love bomb that all of us get to experience true hospitality, that those that are householders begin to open their homes and share them. I think that's very important. We have so many homeless on the street and so many homes, and there's just, if you want to scream about somebody doing something about homelessness, like, do something. If we started sharing spaces, we really wouldn't need so many or so much if we just started beginning to share resources. And that's what hospitality is about, is sharing resources. And the time-honored tradition of the traveler, the one that travels and carries stories between, we've lost a lot of that because of, we're able to communicate now and get messages to each other very quickly. But that wasn't always the case. And nowadays, with the internet being censored the way it is, there's a lot of information that isn't put out on the internet, that us travelers are carrying around and can share with you if you but get over your fear of the other and open your hearts and your homes. And as I'm at the end of this, I think I gotta spread these out just a little bit more to get the O all the way around and have it touch. And we put the bow on it. And that'll be it for today's little korido, which is weaving, like a spider witch. I've been told by a Cherokee elder I was a spider witch. She sang a song over me. And then when I got to New Zealand, I found out about the way they korido, which is weaving together. And that's what we've done today here, creating this love bomb. Here, I'll show it to you. Love. Hopefully you can see that. There you go. Love. And love Look, there's some little creature we're honoring right here, making him something to play in, her something to play in. And the fairies will come and love this one. They played in my other one that I made. And I found a little mushroom. One little mushroom. Let's see, tree, a beautiful orchid. And here's the little mushroom. There it is. Mushroom magic. That means the fairies are here. Just gotta give them some love, and they'll come out even more. And the Riddle Fairy has definitely been on the job. I work with the Riddle Fairy. If you have misplaced something, you ask Riddle Fairy, Riddle Fairy, Riddle Fairy, and then when you find it, you say thank you, thank you, thank you, Riddle Fairy. And there's a few other little rules about that, but we can do a video about Riddle Fairies later. For now, I'm going to end this one and wish you a marvelous now. And if you're not so marvelous, reach out and we can Corrido and chat and see if we can make that a little, expand those pools of possibilities. When we work together, we can bear it. Together, we get her. So that's how we do it. And I'm loving you from here on Big Island of Hawaii. Aloha.